Believe it or not, this is the year that we have all been asking for, 2020 Thrive. It is the 9 year where everything that is old and no longer working and no longer suiting us and no longer favorable for our highest well-being is going to come apart. Last year was a year where cracks were becoming craters. And this is a year that those craters finally just do what they need to do in order for the new to be birthed through. Because 2026 will be the 1 year of new beginnings, of new things coming forward. And in order for transformation to happen, we all know what happens to a phoenix is that there is a rising from the ashes, bursting into flames to rise from the ash. And when you have an awareness of this and you recognize that transformation is an ever evolving journey, it is an ongoing journey, that we go through all these dips and processes, and that the change that we've been asking for in this particular earth realm, beyond the 3D earth realm, has taken time, because time works differently here in this particular 3D earth realm. It doesn't work the same when you go into the higher realms, because time does not actually exist the way that we know it to exist. Things start showing up instantaneously, but because there's a delay in the 3D earth realm, the change that we've been asking for, the change that actually started affecting or coming into effect since 2012, is taking this amount of time. However, we're here now. We're here when all truth is being coming to the surface. And for most of us, we don't even need this truth to come to the surface, because we have felt within our core being that the way we operate within this earth realm is not the way that we were designed to operate. That when we function as spiritual, infinite, multidimensional, vast, expansive beings, and we're tapped into that, recognizing that is the truth of who we actually are, that we just have this physical avatar as a vehicle to navigate to this particular 3D earth realm for. But this physical avatar is not a true representation of who we are. Yes, we can have a couple of our personality quirks come through this physical avatar that actually come from our soul, to make us unique, to have that different energy, frequency, and vibration in order to activate our own personal light codes that only we can activate when we remember our true essence. So all of that is now here at the forefront in order for this incredible transformation to occur. Transformation is not pretty. Again, the phoenix bursting into flames in order to rise from the ashes. There is a lot of distraction that happens. And this is what we're seeing at the moment. We're seeing the old stuff being distracted. Yes, granted, there are a lot of things that are occurring right now where everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. Again, this is where we step into observer mode, that we're not attached to anything. We're not allowing our emotions to get the better of ourselves. We are staying in a completely neutral space to navigate the changes and transformations that are happening. Seeing what shows up on a day-to-day basis, realizing that where we have control is how we respond to things that are happening, because you can either react to something or you can respond, and hopefully you're choosing to respond, which means you have more power. When we are reacting, we are coming from our ego mind and our ego self, which again is based on all the emotions and feelings, and it's the lower vibrational emotions and feelings, the unhealed ones, the ones that get triggered so quickly. And as much as those are an absolute gift to see what's occurring in our world, we look at it, we acknowledge it, we detach from it as quickly as possible, and we rise above it to actually get a sense of what is available and what is possible for each and every single one of us. It's recognizing that we do not walk this journey alone. We have an incredible, invisible, divine, benevolent spirit team that walks every single step with us. And that can include our higher self, who is so there with us, who knows the things that are coming up for us. And because of free will, we are the only ones who can make the choices to shift the trajectory of our lives. Another thing that is showing up very much in this 9 year is all our belief systems, especially the religious and spiritual belief systems. They really are being questioned, and in a good way. Because what if a lot of the things that we have been taught within the New Age community, within the spiritual communities, within the consciousness communities, hasn't been exactly the truth? And again, if you are completely neutral and in observer mode, you are open to receiving different pieces of information to see what sits and resonates within you, because it's all going to be different for each and every single one of us because of where we choose to actually allow our base frequency to be. If your base frequency is in a higher mode, which is a higher level of consciousness, so say you're actually coming from a space of compassion, or you're coming from a space of joy, or a space of peace, you can interpret information in a very different way. If you're coming from a lower baseline frequency, which is the lower levels of consciousness, so it could be anger, pride, fear, envy, shame, guilt, the way you perceive and receive information is going to be jaded by those lower vibrational energies. So allow yourself to get completely clear. We're still in the beginning of 2020 Thrive. So February, self-love, learn to fly. First, love yourself and have compassion for everything that you have been through on your spiritual journey so far, because this is a spiritual journey, because we are spiritual beings having a temporary physical human experience. So have kindness and compassion for where you're at in your journey, for kindness and compassion for what you believed in, and maybe especially now if you're questioning those beliefs and just getting a sense of, is this the truth? Is this actually what we've been told? Is it the way that it actually happened, or are there things that have been kept from us for whatever reason that we have the sense within our core of what is true and what is not true, that we are just so ready and so open and so available in order to just create a different trajectory for ourselves. And we're creating this from the space of neutrality. We're creating this from the space of compassion. We're definitely creating this from a space of, wow, let's just see what's available in the quantum field. Let's just really use the vast imagination that we have. That is just where we are capable of imagining a different future for ourselves as well as for the earth realm, and allowing that to come here to this now present moment in order to really get a sense. Wow, if this is the change and transformation that we have been asking for, and we've detached from how that is supposed to happen because we know that it's going to unfold the way it's supposed to unfold, and that we can just really flow with this unfoldment of all this information, of all this transformation, and still be in our power to realize, if we're coming from a higher self aspect, coming from our soul aspect, we're doing this journey with love and compassion and kindness, it is going to have a different feel. It's going to have a very different outcome. So please know that you're not alone in this journey. I know star seeds and light workers, we have, again, this is a change that we have been asking for. Those who are only just awakening may seem still a little frazzled and a little out of sorts, but this is what we've been asking for. We get to navigate this as best as we possibly can by stepping into our power, recognizing that we do have control of where we place our energy and where we place our focus in terms of what we're wanting to create. And allow yourself to just enjoy this ride of transformation, one step at a time, one moment at a time. Of course, there are things that have been kept hidden from us. Of course, there are things that they're not telling us the entire truth of the matter. And it doesn't matter, because again, we know the truth. We can feel it within our resonance. So get out of the mind, allow your ego mind to actually just be parked into the side, tap into your higher mind. Make sure you have space and time for meditation. Get connected and truly aligned to your higher self aspect, because that is where your truth exists and where your truth will come into this very now moment in order to navigate a completely different trajectory for 2020 Thrive.